What's up, Ideal fam? Welcome back to Idealist. So, you want a ride that will last a long time? Well, we all know that Toyota trucks and SUVs are some of the most durable on the road, like the Tundra, Sequoia, 4Runner, and Land Cruiser, not to mention their Lexus equivalents. But today, I've got 7 proven million-mile cars and some honorable mentions that can hit 7 digits on the odometer. And you can find links to all these cars thanks to Auto Tempest by following the links down below. Vamos! That's right, step aside, Toyota, because the first million-mile car on this list comes right out of Freedom Land. As the fleet vehicle for black cab companies, the Lincoln Town Car was the go-to transportation for executives and bigwigs in New York City for decades. So you know the ride is silky smooth. It's got a plush, primo interior, and a 4.6-liter V8 under the hood. The 1 million-mile Lincoln Town Car on record is actually a first-gen 1983 model, but there are dozens, if not hundreds, of 400,000-mile-plus third-gen town cars still on the streets today, thanks to their rugged body-on-frame construction. They're able to withstand whatever the road throws at them. Consider picking up this one with only 72,000 miles on it, just itching to have that odometer ticked up. Volvo holds the record for highest mileage car, thanks to the 1966 Volvo 1800S, which hit 3.4 million miles in its lifetime. But if you want to pick up a car today that might make it that long, look at a late 80s or early 90s 740 or 760. Jim O'Shea drove his 740 GLE a million miles since he bought it in 1991, and Volvo rewarded him with a free new S60. He only gets it free for 2 years, but still pretty nice. Thanks, Volvo. You'll be king of the station wagons with this 740 Turbo that's barely broken in at 190,000 miles, and it costs less than $6,000. Even though it's just as old as me, this thing is in way better shape. There's a bunch of 90s and 2000s Accords cracking 7 digits on the odometer, one of which I've actually seen in person. This New Jersey-based 1990 Accord not only hit 1 million miles, but it did it driving most of those miles on New Jersey highways. That's a minor miracle in itself. And the dang thing still drives. The Accord, not the truck. And if you want to save the manuals on the road to 1 million miles, pick up this limited edition Ideal t-shirt. It'll go perfectly with your million-mile Accord. Like this one. This 2003 V6 6-speed manual Trans Accord Coupe crossed the million-mile mark with owner Justin Kilmer doing most of the maintenance himself. Wait, did you say his last name was Kilmer? Well, if you want to make like a Kilmer and make your car last 1 million miles, stay tuned for Trav's launch control vid on what makes cars reliable and how to keep yours running forever. This shouldn't be too much of a surprise since I already listed its up-badged cousin, the Lincoln Town Car. But the Crown Vic is the working man's million-mile machine. This 2003 Crown Vic hit the mileage stone and then some. And since it was designed as a fleet vehicle, maintenance is easy, repairs are straightforward, and parts are cheap. Not only that, but many parts in the fleet version were improved and over-engineered for extra durability compared to the regular consumer versions. And again, you get that sweet Ford V8 under the hood, a roomy interior, and rear-wheel drive. Long base cabby Crown Vics generally retire around 400 to 500,000 miles and then go on sale so people like you and me can buy them and drive them for another couple 100,000 miles. You can even find clean Police Interceptor P71 Crown Vics like this one here with less than 100,000 miles. That thing's barely broken in. So if you want a car that will keep running as long as The Simpsons is on TV, the Crown Vic is the car for you. You shouldn't be surprised that Honda snagged multiple spots on this list. There are several model years of Civics that have hit the million-mile mark, including a 2008, a 2006. There's even a 1995 Civic that hit at least 940,000 miles. So don't be scared to buy a Civic that's already got 6 digits on the odometer. There's even a Civic variant CRX SI that hit 1 million miles on the original manual gearbox and engine. And to prove it's not only Toyota SUVs that can go the distance, this Honda CR-V is as long-lasting as the Duracell Bunny. It just keeps going and going and going, proving that Honda can go toe-to-toe with their countrymen at Toyota when it comes to reliability and longevity with their machines. For more on how Honda changed the automotive world forever, check out Trav's Ideal Car Story right up here. And don't let that distract you from the fact that Hector is going to be running
3 Honda Civics with spoon engines.
The Swedish jetmaker turned automaker Saab is no longer making cars, but the cars they did make will be on the road for a long time to come. Peter Gilbert's 1989 Saab 900 SPG hit the million-mile mark not just on the original motor, but on the original Special Performance Group turbocharger as well. And he did it all driving on the snow and salt-covered roads of Wisconsin. Today, the 900 SPG is recognized as a proper sports car classic, and it fetches 10K or more at auction. But you can still pick up this clean, vanilla 900 for under 5K. And I know what you're thinking. But Garrett, it's model year 1987. Yeah, that's true, but it'll probably last you until 2087. Now, I said at the beginning of this video I wouldn't include any Toyota trucks on this list, but I never said Toyota premium sedans weren't allowed. And the reason it's an honorable mention and not a full entry is because the highest mileage Avalon on record is Mike Lipperman's 2001, with around 650,000 miles, all on the original motor and transmission. And if I was a gambling man, I'd say that that thing could easily tack on another 350,000 miles to hit the 7-digit milestone. And when you can snag an Avalon for this cheap, how could I not mention it? That's a whole lot of miles for just a little bit of money. If you prefer a luxury cruiser of the German variety, the Mercedes E-Class of old was built like a tank, with multiple W124s hitting the million-mile mark. But if you're shopping for a million-mile Merc today, I'd say go with the W210. They are well known to not only survive, but thrive once they get up to 6 digits on the odometer. I have witnessed firsthand the longevity of a 1999 E-Class turbo diesel. Shouts out, Tim. Snap one up quick, as they are becoming cult classics. Again, I said no Toyota or Lexus trucks, but I gotta salute the original Lexus LS400 sedan as one of the most reliable cars of all time. And if you want to know all of the grueling and painstaking effort and torture testing Toyota put into the car that launched the Lexus brand, check out Trav's vid right up here. The LS400 rides like a dream. It's got a sick V8 under the hood, and it's the car from the special bonus stage in Street Fighter. Okay, that might not be a plus for you, but it's a plus for me. Auto journalist Matt Farah famously bought a 900,000 mile LS400 for just $1,500 and took it over the finish line to 1 million miles. And the good news is, you can still find LS400s with way lower mileage than that for $5,000 or less, which should last you for years and years to come, just as long as you keep it away from Ryu. Well, there you have it. 7 ultra-reliable million-mile cars that aren't Toyota trucks. Which would you want to drive for 1 million miles? Let me know down in the comments. Also, feel free to let me know which car you've owned that's lasted the longest. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I've never really had the Saab 900 on my radar, but that 900 SPG is pretty sweet. And if I could find a Volvo 740 turbo wagon with a manual trans, you better believe I'd be all over that fast brick with a stick. Anyways, for more cool car content, check out this video up here or this one down here. And if you're new around here, consider subscribing to the channel and giving this vid a like. Otherwise, I'm Garrett. This is Ideal, and whatever car you're taking to 1 million miles, just remember to keep on living that ideal lifestyle.